Thank God the sound might work. Wow, how many videos? How many will I jump? How many will I make a mistake? Well, I found in this first video, this video is going to be about the bar mitzvah and the bat mitzvah and how the numbers work. Although I'm unrefined, this is early in the stages of doing this, I'm going to show you exactly how it works. Here's the numbers. Do you see this little house over here that I made with this circle? If you go to some companies, they have this as a logo. It's separated in the middle, and it shows there's a division for two sides. It creates the number 7. It becomes the 7 card, and the 8 card designs the alpha and the omega within. There's a company here in Quebec called BMR, and they're using this logo by cutting out the center passage, creating the fag hole. I call it the fag hole because it goes both ways. And that's what it's supposed to be called, because it's 5 or the 5th. Hard to say it, isn't it? Not trying to make any fun. I'm just trying to say that's the way it is. We were created the way we are. If you're a homosexual, you're that way because the system created you that way, not because you wanted to be that way. Same thing for the lesbian. It's the same thing, and I'm mentioning this because we're talking about bar mitzvah and bat mitzvah, and sometimes you can't help the desire because the desire was put into us. And here's the way the numbers go. When you add up the first 9, which belong to God, and you see the 0 on top, because it starts at 0, he starts with himself. He automatically gets to 9. Once he gets to 9, you automatically add him all the way to 15, because he supports the egg, A and E. 15, not 16. A and E, A and E equals to 16P, the letter P, and one of the reasons the P is sometimes moved over in calculations. When you add from 1 to 15 is the same way in Pole, it equals to a total of 120. 120, because 0 is valued at 6, gives you another answer to come in a different video, or I'll tell you right now, 120 becomes 126. 1 plus 2 plus 6 equals 9, and that is your birth. 1 times 2, now 1 is now lost in 2, or is it? No, because there's no other way to find the ace. Ace is in 1, 3, 5, and 9. Otherwise, you must play it. 1 times 2 is 2 times 6 is 12, plus 9 is 21. It's the top base 9 and the center around 12 of Rubik's Cube. 21 is the dice cube, 1 through 6. You have a total of 120. Now you come on to where man comes in. Man comes in at number 13 over here, in which 10, 8, 11, and 13 are all connected in this world over here, creating 23 and 19. But this is not really the first part of man. First part of man is down here, because there's a replica of the same design, but irrelevant, we're working on the 36 numbers. So when we start at man 13 and add them to 27, why? 13, LMN, M is the 13th letter, 14 later, N letters, A to N equals to 105. That's why you add them up. When you add them up, we come on to this side over here, and if you notice, when the minute you get down, okay, to 93 plus 60, you see the 60 over here? The 60 is in the row of 19, 20, and 21, where 3 by 19 equals 57 ISON, and the moon. When you come over here, 153, that's added together, and if you see 6 and 9, man's tail, 153 and 69 is 222. If you multiply it, that's 1 part of the creation heaven, because 8 times 222 is 1776. Now you add it to the next number, which is 78, which is 25, 26, 27. When you add 78, which is September and October, July and August, and why July and August connect together, you have a total, can you see it? 300. So the middle section of man creation from 13 to 27 is 300, and 300, because it has 2 zeros, each 0 is a 6. 6 times 6 is 36 times 3 is 108, plus 3 plus 6 plus 6, and we start at A, B, C, 1, 2, 3. So 1, 2, 3, and 300 becomes the same thing as if we started all over again. 1 times 2 times 3 Because we have 3, we no longer need 1, because 1 is inside of 3, although 2 is. We need 2 and 3. We need 2 2's to make the creation of 23. 2 times 3 is 6. So 1 times 2 times 3 is 6, plus 2 plus 3 makes 6 and 5. 6 and 5 equals to 11. Now we'll go down to the bottom part. 28 and 29 is 57 and is the part of Ison. It is the month of February, 7 by 4, 28 days, 74 times 24 equals 1776. 28 and 29, 30 is 87. It's a reflection of 78, in which when you begin at the woman's bar mitzvah, and you were at the beginning of the world bar mitzvah on number 12, okay, 1 through 12 equals to 78. So you have 3 positions where we repeat 78, 1 through 12, 25, 26, 27, and 28, 29, 30. So now you add the last 9 numbers to creation to close the back door. 28 is the moon, 29 is the birth, 30 is the creation, 31 is AC. It's in the AC side where the 1 position is. It is 4, 3 and 2 is 5, 3 and 3 is 6. It's the federation. It's the 96. It's the turnaround. It's the tie. It's tied up. You're tied down to another system with the last 9 letters, or the last 9 numbers. Then in the last box, it's 105. 105 is 35 by 3, 70 plus 35, or 1.5 times 70, which is Resh, which is the creation angel. When we take that number and total it at the bottom of all the numbers, the total is 666. But before we go there, the total of the numbers of 105, 96, and 87 equals to 298. 298 and 120 is 418. 4 times 1 is 4 times 8 is 32. 32 plus 4 is 36. 36 plus 8 is 44. Plus 1 is 45. We have 45 right down over here. But we also have to add in the 0 counts for 6. So 45 plus 6 equals 51. 1 times 5 is 5. 1 times 5 is 5. 1 plus 5 is 6. 5 and 6 equals to 11. The center half of 300, where we went 1, 2, 3, equals to 11. And now the totality of the numbers used by the Creator, the numbers are 15 and 9, equaling to 24, and the total equals 11, 11. And you have 11, 11 in both worlds, although one world used 24 numbers, from 1 to 15, and then from 28 to 36. The other world used only 13 to 22, let me see, 13, 3, 6, 9, 12. The other world used 15. So one world used 14, the other world used 24, one world used 15, the other world used 24, totals 39. Now 39, and it's funny that number should come up, because today I ran into a 39, which is Hoover Dam, Herbert Hoover, and it also recreates Venus, the Venus world. 939. 3 is the last number you can use in order to duplicate itself, where 3 by 3 is 9, 3 by 13 is 39, and 3 by 31 is 93. When you go to 4, 3 by 4 is 12, you can no longer do it. It's A, B, C, and it stops. It doesn't go any further. The numbers tell you what you can do. You just can't do what you want. I mean, it's like a science, practically, almost, I guess, and it is. So we figured out all these numbers. Now, when we total the numbers, again, the numbers, 666, plus 12. Why plus 12? Well, because the number 60 in there is a 0. Add 6. So we add the 6 to the 60, and we get 666 plus 6, and there's another 0 in there, right. And the other 0 in there is right by 105. So we add 6 and 6 is 12. 666 becomes 678. Again, 78, 87, and when you add up to the 12 number, it's another 78. 7 and 8 is exactly like I told you. It has two holes in it. There's two on top of each other. It's two triangles on top of each other that have an X in between as a division, and X can support anything that is round. And anyways, you end up with the numbers of 6, 7, and 8. 6, 7, and 8 equals to 21. 6 by 7 is 42. Times 8 is 336. And we have 12 moons. 336 plus the 21 is 357. We have the moon, M-O-O-N, and ISON. If we use 357 and 8 1/4 is the 200 for pass go. The money is the part that helps you to reconnect to the next side of the board. But that's the answer that I don't like. Again, with the 336, we have 12 moons. We don't have the last moon. We have 3 weeks of the last moon, and we're missing 8.25. 8.25 happens to be, if I believe, that we're turning within ourselves. We lose that time because we turn within ourselves, or the gear system, or the downtime. I'm not quite sure what that means, but I'm going to figure it out. Did I show you the back of this? I spelled ISON, and this is what it designed. Or Heinz. I spelled Heinz. And anyways, what else was I going to say? Here's the 1776 figure that we were working with. 1 times 1776, 2 times 888, 3 times 592, 4 times 444, 6 times 296, and 8 times 222. When I add up the numbers in this row, it's 28. In the center row, it's 39. In the last row, it's 28. They both say Einstein. Why? E and I is 14. 14 with the N is 14, and 14 is 28. 7 by 4 is 28, and 11 equals to 39. Einstein is the name that comes out of 1776. If we tilt the house on this angle, who knows where 1 or 3 is? So 1, 3, 1, 3, 1, 3, and that's what it is, because either you're first or you're third. You're not ninth. You're ninth because we're showing a position, but you're first or you're third. First, second, third. First place, second place, third place. What else did I want to show? The other thing I wanted to show is this part is Nibiru, 73. This part is the time heaven, and this is your birth spirit. And it just keeps repeating down this row of roulette. The tail of a dog, if you ever look at the tail of a dog, okay, the number, again, 42. Plus we have the 0 and the T, makes it 48. And 48 are all the numbers in the angel letters A and H, R, J, and K. In this grid, when you redo this grid, you take all these numbers and you put it into this. You put all the numbers in here, all 36 in here, and it'll give you a new total. The last part I want to show you is in the first row. The number is 6 equals F, 15, letter O, 24 equal X, 15 and 24 is the 39 of the numbers that you use. It says X and O, A and E with B and D and in between. If you take a look, every single row, 15, 24, 33, 42, 51, every single row is a 6. Because the average, when you go in Trinity, will always be 6. And then when you multiply it and divide it, it comes up with the secondary numbers beside it, 256, 52, 36, 88, 66. So in all actuality, the board ends up 6886. So 6 by 8 is 48, 6 by 8 is 48, 48 and 14 is 62, and 62 are 622.6. Why 622.6? Because the letter T and the letter Z are actually 622.6 because T is the 20th letter. 2 and a 0 makes it 2 and a 6, and the Z is a 2 and a 6. Anyways, 14 minutes is more than enough. There is something else to say, but I'll say it later. Raphael 7286 in the constellation of Pegasus. And this is the reason why the boys have bar mitzvahs and the girls have bat mitzvahs at those ages, and those are the numbers. And if you saw the 300, it has to do with 12 strikes. Man never gets pregnant. Raphael 72:86. In the year 5775, we are coming to the last of the days of what? Of watching. Of watching what? Of watching the bulls take their crap. All over you. And all over me. Oh my God. Oh, but I like that smell, so what's the difference?